Kanga and Roo were spending a quiet afternoon in the sandy part of the forest. Baby Roo was practicing very small jumps in the sand and falling down mouse holes and climbing out of them, and Kanga was fidgeting about and saying, "Just one more jump, Roo dear, and then we must be going home." And then at that moment, who should come stomping up the hill but Pooh. "Good morning, Kanga." "Good morning, Pooh." "Look at me jumping," squeaked Roo, and fell into another mouse hole. "Hello, Roo, my little fellow." "We were just going home," said Kanga. "Good afternoon, Rabbit. Good afternoon, Piglet." Rabbit and Piglet, who had now come up from the other side of the hill, said, "Good afternoon," and "Hello, Roo." And Roo asked them to look at him jumping, so they stayed and looked. And Kanga looked too. "Oh, Kanga," said Pooh, after Rabbit had winked at him twice, "I don't know if you're interested in poetry at all." "Hardly at all," said Kanga. "Oh," said Pooh. "Roo dear, just one more jump and then we really must be going." There was a short silence while Roo fell down another mouse hole. "Go on," said Rabbit in a loud whisper behind his paw. "Talking of poetry," said Pooh, "I made up a little piece as I was coming along. It went like this. Now let me see." "Fancy," said Kanga. "Now, Roo dear, you'll really like this piece of poetry," said Rabbit. "You'll love it," said Piglet. "You must listen very carefully," said Rabbit. "So as not to miss any of it," said Piglet. "Ah, yes," said Kanga, but still she looked at Baby Roo. "How did it go, Pooh?" said Rabbit. Pooh gave a little cough and began. "Lines written by a bear of very little brain. On Monday when the sun is hot, I wonder to myself a lot. Now is it true, or is it not, that what is which, and which is what? On Tuesday when it hails and snows, the feeling on me grows and grows that hardly anybody knows if these are those are these or these are those. On Wednesday, when the sky is blue and I have nothing else to do, I sometimes wonder if it's true that who is what and what is who. On Thursday, when it starts to freeze and hoarfrost twinkles in the trees, how very readily one sees that these are whose, but whose are these. On Friday, yes, isn't it?" said Kanga, not waiting to hear what happened on Friday. "Just one more jump, Roo dear, and then we really must be going home." Rabbit gave Pooh a hurrying up sort of nudge. "Talking of poetry," said Pooh quickly, "have you ever noticed that big tree right over there?" "Where?" said Kanga. "Now, Roo." "Right over there," said Pooh, pointing behind Kanga's back. "No," said Kanga. "Now jump in, Roo, and then we'll go home." "You really ought to look at that tree right over there," said Rabbit. "Shall I lift you in, Roo?" And he picked up Roo in his paws. "I can see a bird in it from here," said Pooh. "Or is it a fish?" "You ought to see that bird from here," said Rabbit, "unless it's a fish." "It isn't a fish, it's a bird," said Piglet. "So it is," said Rabbit. "Is it a starling or is it a blackbird?" said Pooh. "That's the whole question," said Rabbit. "Is it a blackbird or is it a starling?" And then at last Kanga did turn her face to look. And the moment her face was turned, Rabbit said in a loud voice, "In you go, Roo!" And in jumped Piglet into Kanga's pocket, and off scampered Rabbit with Roo in his paws as fast as he could. "Why, where's Rabbit?" said Kanga, turning round again. "Are you all right, Roo dear?" Piglet made a squeaky Roo noise from the bottom of Kanga's pocket. "Rabbit had to go away," said Pooh. "I think he thought of something he had to go and see about suddenly." "And Piglet?" "I think Piglet thought of something at the same time. Suddenly." "Well, we really must be getting home," said Kanga. "Goodbye, Pooh." And in 3 large jumps she was gone. Pooh looked after her as she went. "I wish I could jump like that," he thought. "Some can and some can't. That's how it is." But there were times when Piglet wished that Kanga couldn't. Often when he had walked a long way through the forest, he had wished that he were a bird. But now he thought jerkily at the bottom of Kanga's pocket, "If this is flying, I shall never really take to it." And as he went up in the air, he said, "Ooh!" And as he came down, he said, "Ow!" And he would say, "Ooh, ow, ooh, ow, ooh, ow," all the way to Kanga's house. Of course, as soon as Kanga unbuttoned her pocket, she saw what had happened. Just for a moment she thought she was frightened, and then she knew she wasn't, for she felt sure that Christopher Robin would never let any harm happen to Roo.